Imagine sitting down at a charging station thinking you're safe, but someone is quietly tracking your every move. You walk into the airport thinking it's just a place to catch flights. Clean terminals, helpful staff, and straightforward processes. But what if I told you that every single thing you see, touch, and experience has been carefully designed to manipulate your behavior and extract more money from your wallet? Today, we're exposing the hidden tactics airlines and airports use to trick passengers every single day. By the end of this video, you'll never look at air travel the same way again. Picture this scenario. You're running late for your flight, your phone battery is at 5%, and you spot the perfect seat near security with a charging station. You sit down, plug in, and feel relieved. But here's what you don't realize. You just positioned yourself in a surveillance hotspot that's collecting data on everything you do. Those seemingly convenient charging stations aren't just about helping travelers. They're strategically placed in areas equipped with hidden cameras and built-in recording devices. While you're scrolling through social media or checking emails, sophisticated systems are monitoring your behavior patterns, conversations, and digital activity. Airport security uses this information to build profiles and assess potential threats. So, that innocent phone charging session might actually be feeding someone's intelligence file. The psychological manipulation starts the moment you enter security lines. Ever notice how your walking pace suddenly slows down as you approach the checkpoint? It's not just because you're carrying heavy luggage. Airports deliberately switch from hard tile flooring to soft carpeting in security areas. This technique, called cognitive friction, exploits how your brain processes different textures underfoot. The carpet change forces your mind to recalibrate, naturally making you walk slower and feel calmer. It's behavioral engineering disguised as comfort. Slower-moving passengers are easier to control, screen, and process through security checkpoints. You think you're just walking on a nicer surface, but you're actually being psychologically managed. After clearing security, you're thirsty and spot a water fountain. Free hydration sounds perfect, right? Think again. Those fountains can harbor more germs than a gas station restroom. Research reveals that many airport water fountains go weeks without proper sanitization, accumulating dangerous bacteria, mold, and biofilm. With hundreds of travelers touching those buttons daily, you're basically playing bacterial roulette. This creates the perfect setup for airports to profit from overpriced bottled water. They know the fountains are questionable, so they can charge premium prices for sealed drinks. Your choice becomes paying inflated prices or risking illness. It's a calculated revenue stream disguised as a hygiene issue. Think you blend into the anonymous crowd of travelers? Airport staff often receive detailed passenger information before you even arrive at the gate. VIP status, frequent flyer data, and yes, records of past incidents are all flagged in advance. If you've ever lost your temper at baggage claim or caused a scene during boarding, that information follows you. Flight attendants and gate agents aren't just there for customer service. They're trained observers, mentally noting passenger behavior and assessing potential problems. This isn't paranoia, it's standard operating procedure. Your travel history creates a profile that influences how staff interact with you on future flights. When you check your luggage, it doesn't simply roll onto a conveyor belt heading to the plane. Your bag first goes through an incredibly sophisticated detection gauntlet that would make science fiction movies jealous. Advanced explosive detection systems use multiple scanning technologies simultaneously, analyzing not just visible contents but molecular compositions of everything inside. These machines employ chemical sniffers, density analyzers, and shape recognition software to examine every inch of your belongings. The process happens faster than you can imagine, screening for threats while you're still printing boarding passes. It's like giving your suitcase a full-body scan and background check before it earns the right to fly. Here's where airlines show their true colors with overbooking strategies. They routinely sell more tickets than available seats, banking on statistical models that predict no-shows. When their calculations fail and everyone actually shows up, passengers get bumped from confirmed reservations. The airline's response is always the same. Sorry, but it's legal and calculated. This practice maximizes revenue per flight by ensuring every seat generates income, even if it means disappointing paying customers. Airlines have refined this system using years of data and algorithms, treating passenger inconvenience as an acceptable cost of doing business. Your confirmed seat becomes a probability game where the house always wins. Nobody discusses what happens when passengers die during flights, but it does occur. Airlines have developed discrete protocols using coded language to handle these situations without causing panic. Code phrases like Jim Wilson or Operation Sunrise sound harmless to regular travelers but signal serious emergencies to crew members. These systems allow staff to coordinate responses and manage sensitive situations while maintaining cabin calm. If you ever hear oddly formal announcements that don't quite make sense, you might be witnessing a quiet crisis being handled behind the scenes. Those conveniently located ATMs near departure gates are financial traps designed to exploit desperate travelers. Airport ATMs charge astronomical fees, offer terrible exchange rates, and include hidden charges that can cost you 10% or more per transaction. International travelers face even worse rates when using foreign cards. The placement is deliberately strategic. Once you're past security with limited options, these machines become your only source for cash. Always withdraw money before entering airports or use credit cards for purchases inside terminals, because that quick cash grab will cost significantly more than you expect. Your airplane seat might look clean when you board, but appearances deceive. Commercial aircraft are essentially flying petri dishes, with hundreds of people from around the world breathing, sneezing, and touching every surface. Between flights, most planes receive only quick surface wipes, not deep sanitization. Thorough cleaning happens maybe once monthly. That tray table where you'll eat your meal could harbor more bacteria than public restroom surfaces. Armrests, seatbelts, and air vents get minimal attention between passengers. Smart travelers pack sanitizing wipes and clean their immediate area before settling in, because what you can't see might stick with you long after landing. Airport food pricing represents capitalism at its most ruthless. Everything from bottled water to basic snacks gets marked up to ridiculous levels once you're trapped beyond security checkpoints. A simple sandwich costs more than a restaurant meal, while magazines and candy bars command premium prices. This pricing strategy exploits your desperation and limited options. Airlines and airport vendors know you're tired, hungry, and stuck with nowhere else to go. They charge accordingly, turning your captivity into their profit opportunity. Pack snacks and drinks whenever possible, because you're not just paying for food, you're paying for the privilege of being trapped. Unclaimed luggage doesn't disappear into storage rooms forever. After waiting periods expire, those lonely suitcases get sold at public auctions to the highest bidders. These airport auctions have become popular events where buyers purchase mystery bags sight unseen, never knowing if they contain designer clothes, worthless junk, or bizarre surprises. Your lost luggage might become someone else's treasure hunt prize. The irony is that your valuable belongings, which caused you stress and frustration when lost, eventually generate revenue for others through this auction system. Airport lounges aren't exclusively for wealthy frequent flyers or business class passengers. Many offer day passes for reasonable fees, and some credit cards provide complimentary access, even without annual charges. Instead of suffering in crowded gate areas with overpriced coffee and nowhere to charge devices, you could enjoy free refreshments and comfortable seating. The secret is knowing where to look. Check your credit card benefits or airline apps for lounge access options. These quiet spaces offer respite from airport chaos, making layovers far more pleasant than fighting for gate seating. When pilots announce early arrivals, you're experiencing one of aviation's oldest tricks: padded flight schedules. Airlines routinely add extra time to published flight durations, so even delayed departures can appear punctual or early. This manipulation improves on-time performance statistics while making passengers feel satisfied with service. You probably weren't actually early at all. The airline simply built buffer time into the schedule, then celebrated beating their own inflated timeline. It's psychological manipulation disguised as efficient service. During long flights, your pilot might be sleeping, and that's perfectly normal. Commercial aviation regulations require rest periods for flight crews on extended journeys. Pilots take turns napping in hidden crew compartments, while co-pilots or autopilot systems maintain safe operations. This controlled rest system makes flights safer by preventing fatigue-related errors. Well-rested pilots perform better during critical phases like takeoff and landing. So, don't worry if your captain is catching some sleep at 35,000 feet. They're following safety protocols that protect everyone aboard. Ghost flights represent one of aviation's strangest practices. Airlines sometimes operate nearly empty planes just to maintain valuable airport time slots. Rather than forfeit scheduled takeoff and landing windows to competitors, they'll fly empty jets to preserve future booking rights. This wasteful practice costs airlines money but protects long-term market position. Airport slots are precious commodities that enable route planning and schedule coordination. Flying empty planes seems bizarre, but losing those slots to competitors would cost far more. Here's a bonus tip that could transform your post-flight experience. When you land and everyone rushes toward the nearest restroom, resist the urge to follow the crowd. Those arrival bathrooms become chaotic, dirty, and overcrowded as entire plane loads of passengers converge simultaneously. Instead, walk a bit further into the terminal where you'll find cleaner, quieter facilities that are properly stocked and maintained. This simple strategy turns post-flight chaos into a civilized experience. Your bladder can wait 60 extra seconds, and your dignity will thank you for avoiding the stampede. The next time you travel, remember that airports and airlines are sophisticated psychological playgrounds designed to influence your decisions and maximize revenue extraction. Every convenience fee, markup, and policy serves their bottom line first. Being aware of these tactics won't eliminate them, but it will help you make smarter choices and avoid unnecessary expenses. What surprised you most about these airport secrets? Have you experienced any of these manipulation tactics firsthand? Share your travel stories in the comments below, and don't forget to subscribe for more insider secrets that companies don't want you to know.